are back for another week of the Hypecast. This is 185, I believe, episode 185. Again, welcome back. Hopefully everyone has been taking care of themselves. That's very important. Not much has gone on once again. We are in a dry season, just like, well, in general for this, pretty much this spring. Like, I don't think there's really else for me to look forward to for like May at least. Because pretty much I think, well, tomorrow as I record this, or re-record this, excuse me, the Switch Sports should be arriving, which is the new Wii Sports, quote unquote, pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, honestly, like, is there anything you're looking forward to in May, right? Or within the, I don't know, within this window, I guess.
I'm looking forward for all the Justin Timberlake memes to come pouring in.
Oh, right.
So get on it.
Yes, because it's gonna be May. But any games that you have in the mind that are coming?
Nope.
Yeah.
This thing's empty right now.
Mm-hmm. It really is dry. Like, honestly, like, what the hell is coming, right? So it's like, yeah. But June, I think that's where it starts to like pick up again. Because end of June at least, or I think also in the middle of June. That's when oh yeah, I think Monster Hunter Sunbreak comes out, right? Or is that in July? I forget. I think it's June. But anyway, I know DNF Duel for sure comes out end of June, and then it'll pick up from there pretty much. So, but yeah, it seems like spring, like it's been overall dry. Like there's, yeah, again, nothing really to look forward to. But beyond that, beyond summer and stuff like that, there is stuff to look forward to with later on, like in the fall and stuff like that. I know Sonic Frontier is coming out, and then what is it? Gotham Knights is coming out around that time too, and then Wait. It was Ragnarok coming? No, I know Ragnarok. Something happened to it, right? I think we talked about it.
I think a pushback. I think
it got pushed back. Yeah. Let me double check on that one. Oh no, it's still slated for 2022. Never mind. Oh yeah, no. I think the only thing they said is that, oh, we're on course or something like that. I think that's what the only thing they've said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but I kind of nowadays I kind of expect for these games to like get delayed at least once, whether it's like a month or half a year or some shit like that. But anywho, we're kind of in that dry spell right now, so nothing much is happening. But there is stuff happening in other areas, so we can talk about that in a bit here. But before we do that, I just want to show off this real quick. Look what arrived in the mail today. Here, I'll show Zawa first.
Min.
The Min amiibo has arrived, and now I'll show it to the camera over here. Bam! Definitely see her in the plastic PVC flesh, and yeah, she looks good, like up close. Looking at her face and everything.
Oh, too bad it's not like the misprint ones.
Oh yeah, like maybe she has like a third eye or something.
Eye. Or
actually, if it was a misprint, it would still fit, right? Because remember Samus with the two cannon arms, right? But if she had two dragon arms, that's not it's not a mistake, because that can happen in arms. So, but that's kind of fun. But if it was like, if she somehow like had like 4 legs or something, then that's a fucking misprint for sure, because it's arms, not legs. Anyway, or she has a third eye or something somehow. Could be like fucking Tian Shenhan or something. But yeah,
her legs is a dragon arm.
Yeah. She had a dragon leg. Then that's definitely a misprint too. But yeah, she looks good as a amiibo, so I'm happy with that. There's no like weird paint smears or marks or anything like that. Like some of the amiibos do, unfortunately. I guess that's just what it is. That's what you get for paying for $12 to $16, depending on what amiibo you got from what time, what part of time, I guess. Did you have anything to show off? I guess it's kind of like show and tell right now. Anything arrived in the mail recently?
Nope.
All right.
Just looking at how you say stuff that I bought during con.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
it
Oh,
needs
that's
to
right.
be needs to be in a protective stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I need to work on that.
Briefly, how was the convention, by the way?
Okay, so yes, this convention's been missing for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I really don't hold it against the staff because the final count of attendees was, I'm not exaggerating, 18,000.
18,000? Wow.
And I'm going to also put a big guess that out of all those 18,000, a lot of them came from like the mainland, because we had a very very big special guest, Demon Dice.
Oh.
Demon Dice is a rapper from Japan. So
Oh.
I think she garnered like majority of the
Oh, I
attendees
see. I see.
for the concert that was held here.
Oh, wait. So she wasn't. Wait. So she wasn't part of the convention, but she
No,
was.
she was.
Oh, she
She
was.
was.
Okay. Okay.
It's just that. I'm just taking a big estimate that
Oh yeah. So that
the 18,000 people
were there for
majority
her
came.
mainly. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. 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 That's.
which in turn there was like a lot of lines. So it was pretty much like for us who live in Hawaii to actually like see a glimpse of what people would be suffering in California for Comic Con. Like we got that glimpse going like, so
Yeah.
that's what Comic Con is.
I mean, I never been to. Yeah, I never been to Comic Con myself, but I
But
can.
just hearing the stories, yeah,
Yeah, but
of
from
the
yeah what
lines.
I've heard, yeah, it's pretty hectic. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already hectic as is when it comes to like E3. You know, like the last time I went, it was open to the public, so you know how that went, or just from like hearing that, it's like ugh. Um, but anything else like how was your on your end the experience?
I like it was it was like that, not breath of fresh air, but it was like that. Oh my god, I
Mhm.
didn't know that I needed this.
Mhm.
But then again, the downside of that, because we have a like a Discord and a Facebook page for the convention. A lot of people were just bashing on how much, how long the lines were, and
Mhm.
some did not make sense because they were trying to compare it um pre COVID to now COVID. I was like, you can't do that. You cannot say 2019's lines were better than right now. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
and then a lot of people were like also complaining about how for Hawaii the mask mandates dropped,
Oh.
but when you go into the convention, there was mandates to wear masks and also have your vaccination cards.
Mhm.
To which some people forget, the space that the convention is held is on private property. It's
Mhm.
run by a private organization where the convention is just borrowing, so it's renting out from that stuff. So it's pretty much not their rules. It's the owner of the space going
Yeah.
like.
Mhm.
So it's like you're whining is in the wrong spot.
Yeah, you're whining at the wrong person, pretty much. Yeah.
And if you don't like it, then don't come back.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, that's the bottom line. Then don't come back, because it's not, because again, the convention staffers are just adhering to what the
what the property rules are at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again is it goes by, like private property versus public property. Private property has a lot more stricter rules than public, and if you cannot adhere by the private, then get out.
Yeah, from what it sounds like, the private owner probably doesn't want to be liable for mass cases of COVID, because it's still around, and if there is an outbreak around that time window, they're gonna point to that finger to, well, the owner. So yeah, obviously, and if that person didn't take that part seriously, then they can point to that person and possibly get sued or something, right? Get some sort of lawsuit or something out the ass. So probably that's why the owner just took up the mandate and put that mandate down, and just in case, to prevent anything like that. So yeah, can't be helped.
And then it cannot be helped. And also, the ones that are complaining is pretty much they forget that the convention is non-profit, so they can't really throw money for here and there. It's pretty much like whatever's in that pot they save from this year is going to travel to next year. That's why when I used to staff there, we had a big pot, okay? But because one year we decided, hey, let's bring Hatsune Miku and have a concert there. Hey, let's have Amano, the Final Fantasy concept artist, to come here. What happened to our pot of money? Straight to paying for the expensive for Hatsune Miku and Amano. I was like, yeah, kids. When you're doing a convention, you better have the money up front for these big namers. Unless there's one of once in a blue moon, those famous voice actors or seiyus just go like, I'll come.
Yeah.
To buy.
Come by. Yeah.
Yeah, don't buy. Just pay for my hotel and that's it. I'll pay for everything else. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Jesus, I forgot how much we spent on just Hatsune Miku alone, and I was like, that's only for one day? And they're like, yeah. And she's here for 3 days. Holy crap.
Okay.
My heart went stop. I was like, I don't even spend that much in Florida.
Yeah. But
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was also a good breath of, again, I might be using the word wrong, or the phrase breath of fresh air to cosplay again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cosplay was fun. Even though the cosplay I was wearing was 3 years old, but
hey.
I'm sorry, I've been lazy.
Yeah. Hey man, it costs money to make stuff, so.
I mean, I do have some cosplay in mind, but I'm waiting till my grandfather and I finally get off our asses and start throwing stuff away in the backyard, so I can have a workstation. But then I looked at the materials I'll need, the EVA foams.
Oh, I see.
I'm like, shit, this is gonna be expensive. And then I was like, wait, let me try Warbler. How much? Yeah, no, fuck Warbler. I ain't fucking buying that. I mean, it's gonna be nice to work with Warbler, but holy crap. Because we don't sell it here, we have to ship it from
somewhere else.
Cali.
Oh, Cali, okay. Yeah.
And I believe one roll of 100 feet shipping and handling to here. Remember, just shipping and handling alone is $70. And I'm like, Jesus.
Scheisse.
like half the time I'm tempted to call you and go like, I'm going to Cash App money. Here's money for Warbler. How much is the damage to, like, ship it if you shipped it?
Oh,
versus,
Jesus.
Weigh the pros and the cons about doing that.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
I don't want to imagine. Hurts my wallet.
But you had a good time overall, right? So
I did.
Yeah.
Not my wallet.
Yeah.
Wallet's still, I think it's still in the ER.
Well, good to see that you were having a good time. So, yep. Yeah, we're slowly coming back to conventions, I guess, but we're still well within the pandemic, so we all still have to be careful and stuff like that. So yeah. But anywho, we do have stuff to talk about, so let's get to it. So,
Yep.
As we said or mentioned earlier, it is pretty dry, so that's why the fighting game side of things has not been so active until. Well, I guess we're the Southtown DLC for KOF should be soon, I think. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, meanwhile, it is pretty dry, except for this bit of news. It is fighting game related, but not so much directly fighting games. But as we all know at this point, the Fortnite is getting more skins featuring Street Fighter characters. Now this time is actually featuring Sakura and good old Blanka. It even has like the what do you call the school gym uniform for Sakura, and then for some reason Blanka is in a nice suit with shades, and he even has his ponytail and stuff like that. Well done.
Blanka in that suit is a hint. He's gonna be a guest character in KOF 15, part of Geese's crew. You saw that, right?
South Strip, yeah. I think I saw that.
When I saw that, I was like, you know what? I can't imagine this. Like
Team South Strip. That's why. Yeah, you got the drip.
Like they all taking that picture, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine? I like.
And then,
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and also, I'm gonna say Damper, or the drip Blanka actually speaks like coherent sentence.
Yeah, I know.
With an English accent. Just throw that in. Like,
just throw that in there, yeah.
Then you just see everyone going like, "Did you know he can speak like that?" But seeing Blanka and Sakura in there is like, Jesus, what money does Fortnite have?
A lot.
I know it's like a lot, but still, like, how many franchises are in there? Because
it's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Because they to keep them in, is it monthly or a yearly like lease?
I don't know.
Because the Predator and the Xenomorph licensing, I bet you, is not fucking cheap.
Oh, hell no. Hell no, it ain't cheap. But I think, well, the thing is that I think in these cases where, you are dealing with these licenses and stuff like that, I think this is like a one-time thing, right? So you can have the skin in there, like people can use the skin and whatever. But I think the catch is that they probably can't do it again because it's so fucking expensive. Not to mention, case by case, like what franchises you're dealing with. Like you said, Alien and stuff like that. It's not that cheap either. So, but they did it. But they're not gonna bring that back ever.
Like I bet you, like, it's gonna be like again a lease or like how I can't believe I'm gonna use them as an example. Sony. Sony, the only way they're keeping the Spider-Man filming license is that it's a 4-year contract. So they have to produce at least 1 or 2 movies between that 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, then that contract is up, and then anyone can just come in and grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Sony is fucking Sony. They found their way to like fucking use that system. So that's what I'm thinking with like some of these licensings. It's it might be a 4-year contract. So if they can make content using those characters, okay. And then if not, once 4 years is out and done, they cannot be purchased in the store anymore. But whoever owns them by the end of that contract still keeps it.
Right, of course. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm saying. But the 4-year thing, yeah. I mean, I kind of didn't put that into account. But I mean, it just sounds like a one-time deal, whether it's 2 to 4 years or whatever. I think it like I said, like they're not gonna come back, and I mean, I guess it depends on what you're dealing with, right? If maybe Capcom could be lenient about it and be like, oh yeah, just keep doing it. I mean, we love seeing that kind of shit. But when it comes to like Aliens and stuff like that, or 21st Century Fox, or technically Disney, it's like, yeah, okay, use it once, but that's it. You know what I mean? So it just, I guess it's just like a case by case thing. But either way, Blanka looks cool. In this iteration, right? Whether it's the suit Blanka or regular Blanka. I like Blanka Chan. It looks pretty funny, like the little goofy doll looking thing over there. And then I think that's supposed to be like the backpack or something. And then Sakura's thing is like that the UFO claw machine thing. I think that's supposed to be her backpack as well. So but yeah, I mean, they look fine as Fortnite characters. They look Fortnite-ified, especially with Sakura here. So they look like people from Fortnite and stuff like that, that sort of thing. So they fit, But it's cool that Fortnite is kind of like still keeping Street Fighter like relevant in a way. Just more eyes on Street Fighter still, and and they're picking they picked Sakura and Blanka of all things. Maybe I wish they put Dan in there to keep to complete the trio, but hey, I mean, I but then again, it's Dan, so but yeah, cool. It's neat, but it's always interesting. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I hope in game, because I don't play Fortnite.
Right.
And I don't want to.
right.
Sakura, because I think you can melee, right?
Yes.
She kicks you, but it's her shoe flying at you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like keep those like small little
details
in there.
It could be an emote too. I mean, whatever how they do that. But I know they have the dance. Her dance is the emote with the Street Fighter Alpha music, whatever. I think it's from either 2 or 3 or whatever. I forget which one it is, but
which again, now that you mentioned that, they have like music from the games and stuff. It's like, is it a remix or the actual music? Because again, that's a whole different licensing.
Right.
It's like Fortnite is going like this. It's going like this. It's 100.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry. How much are we paying for this?
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah. Maybe we can check it here.
How much is Fortnite paying for all of this? Yes.
It sounds yeah, it sounds like it's from the game. Like straight from the game. You hear it, right? Yeah.
I don't think Chun-Li has her
No,
her
she
theme.
doesn't. No, she doesn't. Sakura is the only one who has a theme, or just some sort of theme, I guess.
I wish Chun-Li had her theme in Fortnite. What's it called? Chicken dance or something?
I don't
Chicken
know.
Scratch.
Yeah.
It's like some weird like title, and I'm like, that can't be hers. Oh god, it is hers.
That's pretty funny. Yep, there's the classic one in the sprite art. I mean, yeah, I mean, you gotta give credit to Fortnite, even though both of us don't play it by any means, but you gotta give credit for them to include those little things, you know, especially with Street Fighter, right? I mean, like, damn, nice to see how much they care about at least some of the franchises they deal with. But I'm glad they did that for Street Fighter. If it's going to be or for whatever which franchise they deal with, I'm glad they did that with Street Fighter. But anyway, that is the gist of it. Anything else you wanted to add in before we head on over to the next topic?
Fortnite losing art, slowly taking away the building mode is like, wow, that's.
I don't think they're taking it away. It's just like, oh, here's a mode, you know, for no building.
Yeah, without it.
Yeah.
But if they are actually going to take it away, it's like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
It's like, don't be like every other BR. That's the only reason why people like.
Well, people hate it though. That's like the weird thing about
like
it.
that's the thing, like too. Some people like it, some people hate it, and it's like.
That's why you have two modes.
I know, just make it.
Yeah, but now the question is, right? Like, which one's going to have like more players? What's going to be more popular?
I know,
right?
that's the bad thing about it too. Is like if you have both modes, and if one mode is not being used as much, they're eventually going to take it away.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that drastic. Because you know, Fortnite is made from, or like sort of distinguished from building, so I don't think they'll take that away in that case. Like, I think that I don't think they'll do that in my personally. But I mean, I guess you never know. But you know, it's Fortnite. I mean, you know, they're gonna make money one way or the other. Like, you know. Yeah, but it's funny though, because I think Fortnite, I believe, started off as a PvE mode, from way back when, which is the Save the World mode, you know, STW or whatever. And I know somebody on Twitter loves STW. I always see his posts about STW, and then and like, you know, but the game has become so popular because of the battle royale portion of it, with building at the time too, and like it's just kind of funny of how those things sort of work. And you know, and Save the World is still there. They haven't taken it away, despite BR being the way popular, you know. But in the grand scheme of things, they haven't taken away Save the World, so I don't think they'll take away the building aspect of that by any means. I don't think so. If they still have Save the World, they're gonna have building mode. I think that's the end of it. So, anything else? Anything else you got? All right, Sakura and Blanka, they're in there. Pretty cool. I wonder if they'll do more just to like fulfill the contract. Maybe the next ones will be like, maybe I hope they put Alex, and it's gotta be like one other character, right? Or one other female character. Maybe like Jury or something. I don't know. Jury's gonna make it in there. I don't know. Maybe I have a feeling for some reason Jury is going to be one of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be 11, and everyone's gonna be like, "Why?"
Because 11's so simple to make.
Yeah. You'll be like, "Why is he here?" You don't want to know.
Or 12, right? 11 or 12. You know who'd be perfect though? I feel like Luke. I feel like Luke will be like kind of perfect because he's like new, he's hip, you know, that sort of thing. He's kind of like Poochie, you know, like Poochie from like Simpsons when there was the itchy and scratchy part, you know, Poochie the dog or whatever. Like the cool character or whatever, the cool new character. I feel like that's what Luke is. Especially he's good too right now too, because like a lot of Japanese players are picking Luke. they're picking up Luke, and like everyone in Japan, at least the major players, have a pocket Luke of some kind. But that's for another story. So yeah.
And if Fortnite really wants me to get in there, to just dabble, put a fake character.
What?
Put a fake character.
Oh, fake character. I didn't say a fake character. I was like, what?
No, put a fake character. Put Saber in it. And when she uses Excalibur, it actually goes like across the map.
I would not be surprised at this point if they put Cloud from Final Fantasy in there. Like, I would not be surprised at this point. It's just a matter of when.
It's again, and yeah, and then it's also like, hey, how much money do you have? Why?
Yeah, I feel it's gonna be Cloud and Tifa for sure. Tifa has to be in there. If Cloud is in there, Tifa has to be in there. I feel like, because she's so popular. And then if they're extra generous, maybe they'll give us Barrett and Aerith. Maybe, but I think that's it.
It's so funny. It's like, here's Cloud. That means Tifa's coming. Here's Kate Sith.
No, Kate Sith is like, what do you call it? Like the backpack or whatever. So like a plushie, like
Kate Sith. Why?
Like a plushie Kate Sith backpack or something. Or it could be like it'd be really funny if they somehow made that into like the vehicle, right? If they made Kate Sith into the vehicle, because I think there's skins for the cars too, for or like the transportation in Fortnite. So they'll have like the skins of Kate Sith as a car, quote unquote. That'd be so funny.
Then they might as well have Morgana and Joker, so you can have the car.
True. Yeah. No, yeah, that's another one too. Yeah, Persona. I would not be surprised if Joker made it in there, because P5 has become so popular over the years because of how well it did in sales and stuff like that alone.
Looking cool, Joker.
Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much that's set. You can't do much else with that. I mean, yeah, I think they'll just do Joker on that one, because the rest of the cast, well, the girls anyway, are kind of risque, I guess, unless they'll like cover up those parts. But maybe if anything, they'll just have Queen, or Makoto, because she's not, showing any skin, right? Even though Panther or Anne is, I don't know if she's more popular, but she's definitely popular. It's like she's part of like the story cast, or the non-spoiler cast, because that's otherwise, because it's Joker, Ryuji, and Yusuke. That's like the main non-spoiler cast, because they always show those four up front. And then if you want to see Makoto, Futaba, and who's the last one? Shit. Fuck. Is it just the two? I forget.
It's been so fucking long.
I know it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh, I mean, I think that is it. Because, yeah, I think that is it. But well, for when it comes to the vanilla cast, unless you count what's the redhead's name? Fuck.
Yeah, that's her name. Fuck.
No, I think it's Kasumi. Yeah, Kasumi is the newer part of the newer cast, because she was in Royal, and then we all know about detective guy. What happened to that guy? Especially in Royal, you kind of see what happens in there. I mean, if you play the game, I mean. But anyway, let's as much as fun as we can guess who's like going to be in Fortnite. Let's get to the
Fortnite is the BR version of Smash. Here's your ballot. Here's your ballot.
Pretty much, except that they probably have way more money. They have like way more money, so they can like pull off a lot of shit. And so yeah. But anyway, let's get into the frontline news. Let's talk about well, two of them are going to be including ads of some kind. Starting with Netflix. There's been a talk about Netflix getting commercial ads into the mix, which basically means an ad will play in the middle of a movie or somewhere in an episode. Especially with like TV stuff coming into Netflix, they'll definitely have like commercial breaks here and there. That's what it means. But I think for the most part, what it is a lower tiered subscription plan. So like on stuff like Disney, I think Disney has it, but no, I know for sure HBO has that, where you can pay a little cheaper, but you'll have ads in your thing. And then if you don't want any ads, you probably have to like pay $2 more per month or something like that. I know Discovery Plus does that too, because I did a trial there not too long ago to watch some BattleBots, and I know they have a an ad plan and then the ad free plan. If you want to pay less, so I think that's what it is with Netflix. I don't think Netflix will include the ads in whatever payment plan you have right now. So do you have any comment on this one? Like, how do you feel about ads in Netflix and stuff like that, or do you also think that's just what it is?
Netflix is really trying to bury them, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, this does come from a screenshot of an article mentioning about Netflix. It doesn't really mention too much, but I think that's just what it is. But sorry, go ahead.
Because with all the drama that's happening around Netflix,
yeah,
right now, it's like now they're adding like ads and stuff,
which
I can understand on a like, hey, if you don't want to pay this much, then here's as you said, a lower tier. Downside, there's gonna be ads, but again, it's like you're Netflix, you're giving more fuel for some of these customers that are really upset with you.
Right, because of the password sharing thing that's been going on, which I'm not exactly know how that works, like, because I'm sharing my account with my sister, right, who's in the same household right now. Like, we're in the same location, so is that going to not be a part of that? Or if I like share it with like you, for example, right, who you live in Hawaii, so is that where the fee is going to come in and stuff like that? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure how that part works, but that's what people are mad about, so that's just what it is. Also, not to mention, like, the animation projects, from what I've heard, have been getting canceled left and right. Well, from what it sounds like anyway, but stuff like that's getting canceled, no less. I think also TV shows are getting canceled too, or streaming shows are getting canceled as well, on top of that. So it's like you're paying more, but you're technically getting less, sort of thing, from what it sounds like. So I can kind of see where people are coming from. What do you think? Or is there any more you want to add?
Just again, going off the Netflix sharing account, just like how you were saying that you share with your sister. I have one smart TV, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 smart TVs.
Mm-hmm.
My smartphone. My PS5.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally my PC.
Yeah.
All sharing my account. And then on top of that, I have my boyfriend up in Florida on his PS5, on his handheld devices. So it's like, rah.
That's like, yeah, that's technically each person, right? That's how they're gonna see it. You know what I mean? So how's that gonna work with the fees, or the quote unquote fees, if there is a fee to tie with that? Like, how's that gonna work? is it just gonna count for each device as a person, or you know what I mean? So that's why, like, it could potentially be like really bad, if it works that way. I hope they just dump it all together. Like bruh, you're already making us pay more as it is. So
yeah. Like,
why?
I just hope it's like for Netflix, like whoever's in their marketing team trying to justify all of this of like, oh, we're gonna try, get to the bottom of password sharing and all of that shit. It's
Yeah.
like just stop.
Also, I think if you do each browser, I think that also counts as a device or something like that too within the same computer. I think because every time I do that, it pops like I get the email like it pops up like, oh, someone logged in your account, whatever, from this location, so I think that also can, yeah.
And also like that when those emails pop up, like someone logged here, and it's like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So is that counting also as a device, a separate device, quote unquote? You know what I mean? So I just hope that it doesn't work that way for the password sharing fee thing. If it becomes an actual like thing at this point, so that's a little worrisome because I don't like if that's becomes like a norm, then I'm gonna get off that shit. I'm gonna let my sister go like, no, like, hey, I'm not paying for this. I gotta get off, man. Cause I'm not gonna be a part of that shit. But hopefully, if they're smart enough, they'll just forget about it. Cause think about it, right? Cause like one person is gonna do that with multiple devices, like you said. Like, oh, I watch on my computer, I watch it on my phone, I watch on my iPad, I watch it in the smart TV in the living room, right? The second fucking PC by the kitchen or something like that. Like that's just one person, man. Like, so you're gonna tell me that you're gonna make that person pay just because they like to watch it from different parts of the house? That's ridiculous. That's why that is not the way to go. It's not families, all the time that are, watching on that device. It's the same person. So that's why it's like, why increase the fee, with that, with the password sharing thingy. So again, I hope that it doesn't happen on that part. But when it comes to the ads, I think that's just a lower tiered subscription plan that they're gonna try to implement. Just like with Discovery Plus, just like with HBO Max, I think that's just what it is. But the password sharing thing, that's the bigger problem, I feel. On top of the stuff that's been canceled or being canceled left and right. Kind of makes me wonder if Sonic Prime will even make it at that point. Like, will that get canceled too? That would kind of suck. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll have to suck it up for right now and wait on the news for the at least for the password sharing shit. I'm gonna fucking check how much I'm paying for Netflix just to make sure I'm not paying over like $20, cause fuck that shit. I'm not paying for that. Cause honestly, like, once I'm done with Stranger Things, like I feel like there's nothing else for me to watch or look forward to, unless there's like a Netflix special or something like that. I'm not gonna be paying that much per month, beyond that. I don't feel like anyway. Anything else you wanted to add in?
Lower the price, Netflix. That's all we're asking.
Like, if you're gonna raise the price too, like, dude, like, give us something out of it too. Like, I don't know, some sort of benefit. I don't know how, but something. If you're gonna keep increasing the prices like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing, which unfortunately will possibly feature ads on a more more egregious basis, according to a rumor. So a lot of streamers have been talking about this at this point. This is involving with Twitch. According to an article on Bloomberg, of course, this is not finalized, but we'll probably see soonish. There are going to be changes in the partnership program, and again, this is not finalized, but this is what's in the bullet points from Nibelian. So, currently discuss ideas. Part of that involves with incentives for more ads. The new revenue split for the, I think for just everything, like subscriptions and the ads, will go from 70% to 50% through and through. There's going to be a new tier system. I don't know what that means. No more exclusivity. I'm not sure what that means. And changes that could be implemented these changes will be could be implemented this summer. That's the last bullet point there. Let me see if we can like find out what the tier system and stuff like that really is. But have you heard about this? And if you did, like, is there anything up front you want to say about it?
Oh boy. I've been saying that word a lot this week. Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy.
So is it like they're not? I don't know. On surface versus surface level, like, do they not want partnerships? I don't know.
Sorry, what? Well, they don't want what?
Do they want like because again, for me on surface level, do they are they look like they're helping, but then on the other side it's like they're not really helping on you know, for new upcoming streamers for the partner program,
Right.
and then adding more ads, it's like to me sometimes kills a stream. Because again, those ads are not like timed right. They're just like, here you go.
Yeah, it just depends on what it feels like. I guess.
I know it feels like it's like, well, look everyone, he's about to do something cool. Ad.
No, that's literally what happens, right? Because like it's happened with like tournaments, esports tournaments.
Yep.
It's happened with reveals, right? There has been those presentations where like, oh, there's gonna be this big reveal. Ad.
Pink.
Yep. So I think there was a clip of that, someone going through that experience, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, it's very egregious on this side of things, you know, and for them to, let me put it back to this, to pump that up potentially is like, oh my god, that's gonna be terrible, you know, especially with these live shows or live streams. It's not, it doesn't work the same as like YouTube, because YouTube it's all pre-recorded. You're not missing out on anything. When it comes to live shows, you're absolutely missing out on stuff potentially. Not to mention, when you're just trying to come into the stream, you're getting an ad that you can't skip. So you're already missing out on 30 seconds of content, or potentially a minute, depending on what the ads feel like doing to you. So that already happens. But then, like, in the middle of a stream, it's like, well, here comes an ad, like you kind of mentioned, and you're actually missing out on the content, potentially. Well, no, I mean, not even potentially. You are, because like I said, it has happened with like esports events. It has happened with these presentations. Like I think it happened during like one of the Sony state of plays that someone was trying to watch, and there was an ad. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, it definitely does not sound great on the surface level already. And with the especially with the revenue split, while the big streamers, like the big streamers, probably are okay, but when it comes to like the middleman, like the middle of the road tiered streamers that are partnered, that's probably gonna hit them like really hard, because like, you know, they can go potentially from making triple digits, or not, six digits per year, to down to just 5, which is like a big difference, you know. So they have to like now potentially see have to go to like other avenues to like just make up for it, you know, to just like fill in the gap of the income. And you know, of course, this isn't even not even accounting for taxes and stuff like that, but yeah, that's a little complicated. But anyway, it's not good. Let's just put it that way. I don't think it doesn't sound good. At least maybe if someone can explain what this is all about, then we have a better understanding of it. But again, this is just word of mouth. We don't know if this isn't official for right now, but I think this is done on purpose, so that way Twitch knows how people feel about it. That way they can already get the feedback and try to implement that into the changes they want to do over this summer. Which is why I feel like, yeah, that's a smarter move. Have people talk about it and see how people feel about it. Which is why probably someone purposely put out a rumor, you know, officially straight from the company or whatever, to get that feedback. My question is, what the hell is the tier system, and what the hell is the no more exclusivity thing? What are you talking about? Because the Bloomberg article, I don't think really talks about it. It only talks about the ads, the revenue split, and the ad the frequency of ads. From what I'm trying to read here. Yeah, I don't think I'm really seeing anything otherwise, but this is definitely big news, one way or the other, though. And a lot of people on Twitch are talking about it. People from Twitch and you know, especially the big ones are definitely talking about it, obviously, because, you know, money and all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, like your like the top 10 or whoever, like the big fucking streamers are going to be fine, because they're still going to be making a lot of money, but when it comes to the middle of the road streamers, that's where it affects them most. And of course, you know, when it comes to the lower end, don't even bother, right? I mean, you know, that's going to be even harder. But hopefully that doesn't become finalized. Maybe they'll have like they'll compensate and come to a better sort of middle ground for all those little demographics or whatever. But yeah, the idea of these ads, having more ads, that itself is terrible. You know, like I said, it's fucking it's a live show. You're missing out on live content. You know, it's different with TV, because you're not so much missing out on it, because a lot of the shows are edited, right? TV shows are edited, and also when it comes to like football and stuff like that, they purposely do that. Like they'll go, oh, we'll go into a commercial break or something like that, and then they'll just like and then that time the what do you call, the football teams are like going with their plans and stuff like that. They're going over their strategies and whatever, and then they'll have commercial time meanwhile. And then by the time we get back to the show, they're already on the field. They're doing their thing or whatever, right? That's kind of how it works. But when it comes to streams, no, that's not so much happening there. So you're, you know, like we've been saying, you're potentially missing out on juicy content. You know, let's say your favorite streamer is like about to beat this big old boss naked and fucking Elden Ring and something, right? It's like, oh, they're about to beat him, and then commercial break, ad break, and you can't even skip it. You know, this is why you know, YouTube has done it right for a longer time. They have the skip button and everything, and you know, you can get right into your whatever video you want to watch. And it's not live, so you're not missing out. So it's, you know, that's fine there. And plus, they have the skip button, so thank God for that. Even if it's not non-skippable, who cares, right? Because you're not missing out. It's not live, unlike Twitch. So that's why. I think what they need to do is just have those ads that are like on the like you would see on the website. Like let's see if we can find it here as an example. Wow, they don't. Thanks, Bloomberg, for not giving me an example.
All of the ads.
Yeah, maybe Bloomberg is like fuck ads. But no, I think what I'm trying to say is that they should have just like the banners as ads, right? They should implement more of those. That way, people are always seeing it. Maybe like, and if you're watching on full screen, it'll like pop on the bottom, right? You know, like kind of like how YouTube does it too, with the banner ads. It'll be on the bottom, won't be too intrusive, but you'll see it, and you know, it's an ad, you know, and you know, have it up for like, I don't know, 5 seconds, and then you can like cut it out or whatever. You can like hit the X button or whatever to make it go away. And so I think that's how it should be done when it comes to live shows on Twitch and stuff like that, for example. Instead of like having like if you're coming into a stream, okay, I mean have a fucking full 30-second ad or whatever. But if I'm in the middle of a show, then just have the banner ads pop up here and there. I think that's how it should be done, as a means of trying to meet the middle ground sort of thing. Like, yeah, if you want to have ads and make money, okay, I understand, but there's always a right way to do it. So yeah. Anything else you want to add to that, or anything else in general you wanted to say?
Hope this is just a phase.
I hope it's just a phase too. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, it's important to remember this isn't finalized, but yeah, I mean, it's all potential ideas, and definitely right now, most people don't like it. Again, what the hell does the no more exclusivity thing mean? What's the new tier system? I don't know. Why isn't that being explained? I don't know.
Because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Hee hee, haha.
Probably. We don't know what they were talking about.
Sorry, we were having a fever dream when we were doing this.
Yep, so that's pretty much the thing with Twitch. For right now. I feel like I just feel like that Twitch is kind of behind, you know, when it comes to, because, you know, granted, like Twitch did come in later than YouTube. That's why YouTube has more experience. Plus they have Google to back them up, because Google has like the best analytical engine or search engine in the world, pretty much, so they know what they're doing when it comes to ads. It's not so annoying, but when it comes to Twitch, it's like very arbitrary in comparison. So that's why you can't skip ads, and they'll just pop up here and left and right, even in the key moments. So yeah, that's just what it kind of is for right now. All right, move on to the next thing. So this is involving with a game developer, a big game developer, especially in the past, Yuji Naka, who was part of the Sonic team, making the classic Sonic games, or helped making the classic Sonic games, including games like, you know, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, for example, and of course all the old Sonic games and stuff like that. Naka has also was a part of the game development for Ballin Wonderland or whatever, Wonderworld, whatever the fuck that game is called. Oh, Wonderworld, there you go. And we all know that game flopped because there was a lot of things that needed to be fixed and stuff like that. It just felt like an incomplete game. And what do you know? Naka came out with this statement, with a series of statements on Twitter, where he was pretty much explaining that Square is incompetent. They don't care about their fans, and they along with someone else decided to release the game as was, and that's why it came out in such a poor state. And Naka wanted to decide against it, and I think even during the middle of development, he was let go as director. They just let him go, and they wanted to release this game for whatever fucking reason. So Naka is pretty much like pointing the finger at Square Enix, and the other parties that were involved. So did you hear about this, and what do you think of it?
I heard some parts of it. Like, just again, hearing this from you really speaks out like what projects Square or any development company actually pay attention to. Like, if it's not their big titles, it's gonna be like, who are you? Oh yeah. We got you. How's 7 Part 2?
Or Kingdom Hearts 4.
I know, it's like, how's Kingdom Hearts 4? Sir, he's not gone. Go away. We're done.
Yeah.
And again, that's sad because it is present in every type of company. Like, if you're not their big money maker, they're not going to give two shits about you.
Yeah.
When you don't make the money that you're supposed to rake in, they're gonna be like, "What happened?" And shit just falls from there.
Apparently, also like when they were releasing some of the trailers for Wonderland, they didn't even use the music from the in-game soundtrack. They used like some generic like YouTube music library soundtrack for their trailer. That's I think that's somewhere in the statement too, which is very odd, all things considered. Cheesemeister was able to provide a translated thread. So if anyone wants to check that out, I think it's still on. It still should be on Twitter by the time this episode comes out. But yeah, okay, it's literally like the third or second thread. First, when a YouTuber's arranged piano performance of the music or game music was released in the promotion instead of the original game track, turning the composer into a ghostwriter, I insisted that the original track be released, and this caused trouble. So yeah, obviously this is a translation, so it's a little rough, but kind of get the gist of it. Like basically, yeah, like I said, like the YouTube promotion or the promotional stuff, they didn't even use the original game soundtrack, which is weird, right? You would think it would just do that, but instead they just use some generic fucking stock music from YouTube, which is weird. So yeah, this is a lot of weird shit going on. I mean, it seems consistent with like all the other like Square Enix published games too, like Marvel's Avengers, even to some extent the Guardians game, and then the most recent one was Babylon's Fall, which that flopped big time, and then now this too. Like, I mean, this is definitely not recent, but Wonderland was like a while back, but that is a part of like sort of the recent repertoire from Enix of just being, not on point with it, unless it's just what Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts essentially, and maybe a few other. Oh no, I think Dragon Quest, I guess, right? Maybe since that's a part of Enix, or Square Enix. So, yeah. If you're not a flagship, like you've been saying, if you're not a flagship title, you're probably gonna get fucked. So yeah. Now granted, there are probably some things against Naka as well. I mean, Naka probably has some infamy in the background somewhere as a game developer, right? There could be more to it than that. This is just one side of the story, but it seems consistent to me because of the other. If you look at the other games, right, there's a number of games that kind of flopped or they could have performed better. Well, it's just like with especially with like games like Babylon's Fall and like fucking Marvel's Avengers and all that stuff. So I think it might be both sides, right? Maybe both sides kind of fucked up, but maybe in this case, Square Enix fucked up more with Ballin Wonderland. But yeah, it doesn't really say much else other than, you know, I'm sorry that the game came like this. If it was me in control, I would have not released a game like this. You know, games like Sonic 2, we were going through so many like checks and stuff like that to make sure the game is great. Yeah, improving the game to the very end. I think also he's able to talk about this because the lawsuit is over officially, so that's why he's able to talk about it now. So it's settled. So maybe he did get something out of it, but who is to say like who's more right and who's more wrong? So we won't know. It's just one of those things. Like it's kind of like behind the scenes, behind the doors sort of thing. But maybe if someone from game development, you know, looks into this and they'd probably be able to figure it out or just like piece it together themselves and figure out who's right, who's wrong. But it just sounds like to me, Square Enix has just been fucking up a lot. It just seems consistent. So maybe in this case particular, Square Enix is more on the wrong than Mr. Naka here is. You know. You wanted to add anything else? All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Watch it. Kind of like starts to bleed over to like remake 2. Like, hey man, gotta hurry up. You know. You know, that sort of thing. Hey, remake 2 win. Or hey, Kingdom Hearts 4 win. Hopefully, that doesn't happen.
Never.
Hopefully, hopefully not. All right. This is a little unrelated, but it does involve with Twitter, and we all know, you know, we all use Twitter for, you know, gaming shit and all that stuff. So yeah, it's somewhat connected to what we usually talk about. There's been, you know, going back and forth of what's going on between Elon Musk and Twitter. Musk came out with a like a deal of sorts, like, hey, I want to buy your company for this amount of money. And after some back and forth, it looks like Twitter and Elon Musk have come to an agreement with the buyout. So Musk looks like for the most part going to be buying out Twitter for $44 billion, which is not as far off from one of the bigger purchases, like well, it's not complete, granted, but you know, with Microsoft and Blizzard, with it, which was what, like $68 million, something like that. And or yeah, sorry, billion. So, excuse me. So yeah, for $44 billion, he's gonna buy out Twitter. He previously stated that he owned, what is it, like 10% of Twitter with like just stocks alone and shares alone. So technically he was the biggest owner outside when it comes to like shareholders and stuff like that. But now he wants the whole thing, man. He wants the whole pie. The rest of the pie. What does it mean for Musk owning Twitter? What does that mean for the rest of us? I don't know. You know, good question. Is it gonna make Twitter any different? Probably. Probably gonna be the same for the most part, but probably gonna have like few key things maybe to be different. I know there's supposed to be an edit button coming, so hopefully that will be a thing. We all been waiting for that one. Hopefully it's done right, because someone can just like edit their tweet and be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I didn't say this. You know, gaslighting at its finest. But hopefully there'll be like a history, like an edit history log, and you know, that hopefully that'll be done right. But again, what does it mean for the rest of us? Yeah, I mean, good question. Did you have a comment about Elon Musk and Twitter and buyout and everything. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
right?
we'll see. That's yeah. Looks like for the most part it's going through too. From what it sounds like anyway. Again, like what is that gonna mean for the rest of us? I don't know. But he says something about like, oh, free speech and stuff like that. So what the hell is that supposed to mean? You know, like, are we gonna have like, well, no, actually, I was gonna say like, oh, what about Donald Trump, who was banned from Twitter? He said, I think he said he doesn't want to come back to it. So, but when it comes to like, you know, the rest of the people who aren't banned from Twitter, who kind of do Donald Trump like things, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Is Elon Musk gonna let those things slide? Like all the misinformation and like all the weird malicious tweets or something like that. Is that gonna slide?
Probably not.
I don't know. But hey, man, 44 billion. It's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're in the age of things buying out other things.
Yep.
It's I guess you can say it's a dog eat dog world right now in the business side of things. Well, we'll have to see what happens later on, how that turns out. All right, anyway. Meanwhile, speaking of buying out, a little update on the Activision, Blizzard, and Microsoft acquisition. So, for anyone who has not believed that this is going to go through, looks like this is going to be finalized, or this looks like it's set in stone, according to, again, from Nebelian, from an article from Business Wire, saying more than 98% of the shares voted at the special meeting were voted in favor of the proposed transaction with Microsoft. From that alone, that does sound like it's gonna happen. It's going to be finalized or whatever. But you know, you still gotta wait. But from what it sounds like, it seems to be more likely. But yeah, according to Nebelian, they feel we should like take this as, you know, the final word or whatever. The FTC has yet to look at the deal, so we have to still wait. Definitely. This is gonna be a long process. This is a big buyout. So there's gotta be a lot of eyes on it. Make sure everything's all set or good and legit and everything doesn't fall into like the whole monopoly thing that capitalism tries to avoid, so yeah. But we're definitely going to see some results by next year, definitely 2023. But from what this sounds like, it seems like it's pretty much one more step closer to the acquisition. Any comment on this one?
Soon.
Yeah, soon. Do you feel like it's just inevitable?
Yep. I mean, with the recent again with Xbox or Microsoft in general, just kind of like gathering stuff. They're pretty much expanding their portfolio. So now it's on to like what is Sony's master plan? Are they gonna follow suit? Or do they have something else?
We're gonna buy out Disney. No. What if that happened, dude?
We are going to buy out Disney.
Yeah.
Fuck you, ain't.
But they put like a big old thing of wad of cash like in front of Mickey Mouse, and then Mickey Mouse is just like,
and then Mickey Mouse like, whoa, we can. No, it's like, whoa, we make this in a day. And they just pushes it onto the side.
I mean, you never know, man. I mean, there's always that twist of whatever, right? A twist of fate or whatever. You know, that big twist.
Yeah, and then
they have it in the reserve.
Average Joe just puts down like a super rare like baseball card. How the fuck did you get that?
Well, like,
I'll give you anything.
Puts down like just like what 20 black lotuses from like Magic or something like that, or I don't know, like a bunch of lotuses, right, on the table, black lotuses on the table.
Yeah,
or in the base Charizards.
Yeah, but it'd be so funny, like your Black Lotus Disney make you be like, crap, fake. Bent.
Yeah, bent. Yeah.
Scratch.
What if there was a one error, the misprint / error, that was like worth like way more than like one can ever imagine, and Mickey's just like, fuck.
Mickey's like, fuck. How much you want for this?
Yeah, I know exactly.
How much do you have?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll give you Star Wars. No, thank you.
No, not enough.
I'll give you Marvel, along with Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, in the far future, maybe it could be possible, like for another company to just come up on top and just buy out Disney. You know, there's always gonna be somewhere in the world, like some big old fucking company, right? Like out of nowhere, just like pick up Disney. You know, maybe by the time we're long gone, but like our, the future generations are gonna see that shit. Maybe.
Well, about that, you may be gone. I'll have like 6 Horcruxes ready up.
What?
I'll be Voldemort.
Whatever that means, right?
It's okay. I'll have avatars. Just like I'll be like you watch Moon Knight, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like Conchu. I'm gonna have avatars throughout the ages.
Yeah.
So what do you do? I collect stuff. Like you don't want to know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this one. Unless you have anything else to say. Alright. Looks like it's on track, but FTC has to still look at it, so we'll see. All that build up and then FTC be like, nope. that'd be fucking anticlimactic, but it happens, man. It happens. It's still possible. But I'm pretty sure like Microsoft's gonna be like coming up with like some sort of like loopholes and all this like stuff, like, hey, but if we do this, like we'll give you this and that and whatever, blah blah blah, and then they'll like probably like fiddle around with the FTC, and then the FTC's like, well, I mean, normally we don't allow it, but that sort of thing. I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of back and forth later on. Just how it is in the business world.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the games news. Real quick. Tales of Rise, they've reached 2 million copies. In this quick news, pretty cool. I'm all for it. I like the game. Pretty fun. It is the first game to be using the Unreal Engine, so it does run really well. Yeah. I think it deserves all the attention so far. I'm all for it. Are you still considering getting a Rise at some point, or wait, you already?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, you have it. That's all right, because it's a collection thing.
I just didn't put it into here yet.
Yeah. Hey, you should definitely try it on the what do they call the the M2 SSD or whatever. So that way it's like, you know, pretty quick on the loading. It's already fast as it is on the internal one for PS5, of course. Cause yeah, goddamn, that shit is quick. But yeah, anyway, 2 million copies, nice. Splatoon 3, this is definitely big news. Let me just put this in the background. Oops. Captions are on for some reason. Let me just play this and then. So basically, they had gameplay for Splatoon 3, and not only that, they had the release date revealed. And from what it looks like, it's, you know, more or less you know, Splatoon, which is fine. I'm all for it. But you know, obviously the big differences is the weapons and stuff like that, and how maybe like there's like, I mean, obviously there's gonna be like buffs and nerfs for certain weapons. For example, hopefully the bucket won't be the thing, the meta, because the bucket was stupid from in the last 2 games from what I can remember. But there are some new weapons like that, for example. I think I think it's just the bazooka, but it could be buffed. It could be like bigger or something. But they have like the crossbow looking thing, which I'm not sure what's like the big like gimmick about that one. There's still the sniper rifle. Nothing new there. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's like a vacuum thing, so you can looks like you can like suck in paint or something like that, the enemy paint, and you can like shoot it back. Yeah, there's that crossbow weapon. Oh, it looks like oh no, maybe I'm not sure what the gimmick is. Because it looks like he's like rotating the weapon, so it might be like, I don't know, maybe like a bigger shot. Oh yeah, there's a hook shot, so it's just kind of cool for melee people.
That's
like
what I always thought. Like in the first Splatoon, like there's virtually like nothing to actually help you guys like get across the map fast, because there are you know, your points where, you know, you rail glide to go to the other side, but sometimes it's not like where you want to go. You have to take like 3 different stops to just get to where you need to be.
Yeah, it's sometimes there's like naturally choke points and stuff that it's going to be really hard for like certain teams.
And then also, yeah, you could swim when you in your squid mode, but if I remember correctly, if you swim in the enemy's paint, you are taking damage, slowing down.
You're getting slowed down, and you take damage over time.
Yeah, see. So now adding the hook shot, which apparently that's like the fucking norm of newer games.
Yeah, really,
nowadays. Yeah. We must have a hook shot. It's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Like my biggest gripe. I mean, it's good. It's good here, but me seeing it in Halo Infinite does not fucking make sense. Because again, for those that don't know Halo lore and stuff, those Mjolnir armor is fucking heavy. And seeing that small little itty bitty hookshot going, bring Chief zooming by, is like, what is that thing made out of?
Yeah, I mean, it's like space steel, space titanium. I don't know. I mean, if it works, I mean, it'll be great for practical use, and if you're actually in real life space armor. But like, I don't know. At least here it makes sense, right? Because like the ink will slow you down, so that's why, like you said, like having a hook shot, you would think you would have it like by the 2nd game or something. It's here in the 3rd game. Oh yeah, so it's September 9th of this year. But for the most part, the format of the game seems to be unchanged.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, like the base. To me, that's how I imagine like some games should be. Like you have your base game, and every iteration you're just adding a little bit, and then maybe by the 4th you go back to the original format, but just like fix a bit and then rebuild again. Like right here, like I kind of enjoy this victory screen than just like I think it was 1 and 2. They all just was there, and
yeah,
like,
they kind of just there. Mm-hmm.
Here is like you show like who did the most damage, who did this most objective,
or it just looks like aesthetically more pleasing, you know. Yeah.
I don't like this screen. It before they showed up, it looks busy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It looks really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's coming from a graphic design
major. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like my eye, I don't know what to focus on. Like I'm trying to focus on the big fat cat, but then my eye kind of like subtly like goes that way and then goes up.
Mm-hmm. I like this victory screen.
Yeah, this one looks clean.
It looks better, yeah. I like it. As someone who does use the ink brush, I welcome the hook shot because you know, like you said, like, you know, places to get around and stuff like that pretty quickly, and I feel like that's what they needed in the grand scheme of things. Now, there's always gonna be like the meta and shit like that later on, but I don't know. Who knows what the weapons will be like in this one? Will the bucket will come on top again? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, it's coming out in September, so that's awesome. Hopefully, though, most importantly, you can play with friends. It's like the biggest problem for the past 2 games. Like, oh my god, like how do you screw that up twice? You know what I mean? Like, you can't even like consistently play with your friends in the same team. I mean, you can play with your friends in the same lobby, but you won't always be in the same team, which is like, what? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to like go through these hoops just to being able to just play with your friends in the same lobby? You can't even like play in the same team, and then like, not to mention, you know, you have to like go through hoops just to like be able to play with your friends during events. Like the there's always the I forget what they're called. It's been a while, but they have the events where like it's like, oh, ketchup versus mayonnaise. You know what I mean? And then like you pick a thing, you pick a side, and then that's like one of the only times you can play with your friends, I think, consistently. And but you have to go through some hoops to meet the prerequisites to being able to play with your friends. Or I think that might just be in ranked mode, but either way, you have to go through hoops just to be able to play with your friends, and we should not be able to, or we shouldn't have to do that in this one. Hopefully, they answer those complaints and problems, and just be simple. Just go with what Call of Duty has done for years. Just play with your fucking friends on the same team. Like, the problem. You know what I mean? So, not to mention, the map rotation has been a problem of the past too. You know, I don't want to play this 2 maps for like hours and hours, you know? At least with like Apex Legends, it's done kind of right. Like, they rotate out maybe like, what, 30 minutes or something like that? Maybe like an hour at most. But it's like for Splatoon is like, these 2 same maps for like 2 hours or something like that. It's ridiculous at times. I think that's how it worked. But it just like, why not just have random maps? It's not a battle royale, you know. It's like a Call of Duty style shooter. So that's why I think you just have random map rotations for every game, you know, every match. And then have a voting system. Oh, do you want to play on this map again, or do you want to play on a new map, or the next map, or whatever? That's how it should work. It's so simple. It's effective. Like, that shit ain't broken, and yet you guys, like, you know, at Splatoon, kind of like try to like be different, I guess, and winding up making a bigger problem than it should have for like the past 2 games. So that's like my biggest concern. It's just the experience playing with friends and just online in general. All I want is to play with friends. That's all I want, and it fucked it up for like 2 games, which is like a long time. So That's again, that's like my biggest concern. I hope they address that for 3. If not, fucking Nintendo. You know, Nintendo and well, whoever's in you know the development team for Splatoon. You know, Jesus Christ. It's so weird that it's the same team for or at least a lot of the people are the same team from Animal Crossing. So I just always find that funny. Yeah, and other than that, it's Splatoon. I'm sure the single player content will be fun, hopefully, and it'll hopefully be a competent game. I do want to look forward to it, but hopefully they'll talk more about it during like the E3 times to make it clear of what you guys have to offer when it comes to the online mode. I'm pretty sure they'll have some sort of like Nintendo Direct for during the E3 times and explain what the hell is up with Splatoon 3. So yeah. I don't know if you're like, are you considering this one or not really? Okay. But yeah, I mean, Splatoon 3, it is coming for September. It's as a reminder. I want to look forward to it, but I, definitely want to see improvements when it comes to the online portion. Oh, and of course, hopefully the netcode will be good too, because sometimes it can be a little wacky. That's all I can say. This one I believe I added it in last minute. Let's see what was up with this one. Oh yeah, this is just a quick news about Xbox and Bethesda game showcase on June 12th. This is supposed to be during E3, but because the E3 got canceled, they're just gonna show it for themselves, or what from themselves, I guess. So yeah. Yep. So I don't think there's much else to it. Did they say like what to look forward to? No, not really. Not so much. Oh yeah, it'll be on Sunday, June 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Don't know if I'll catch that one live, but
same.
Yeah. Because it's Xbox. I'm not really an Xbox dude. But I don't know, we'll see. I guess it depends on what time I feel like waking up to. We'll see. We shall see about that. All right, up next we have... Oh yeah, this is a very recent announcement of Modern Warfare 2. So Modern Warfare 2 Remake is coming. I think the campaign mode was already remade for at least during like the PlayStation 4 stuff. But the multiplayer was left out, I guess, for later on, because they know that it's big. So it was like one of the biggest games, or one of the biggest parts of Modern Warfare 2 way back when, during like the PS3 era. Highly regarded. Hopefully they don't screw it up for this one. For Modern Warfare 2 Remake. Officially from Infinity War 2, so I mean, it won't be the same one way or the other, because most of the staff are gone. They're at Respawn. And even at Respawn, I don't think a lot of the main staff, or the original staff, is like there anymore either. A lot of people left over time. So it goes to show that it won't be one-to-one at all, like no matter what. There will be some big differences, but will it still be fun? That's for us to see. Yeah.
Let's see. The question is, how much is it gonna take up in space?
Well, this isn't in Battle Royale, but on separate news, there is word that there's going to be a Warzone 2 kind of thing going on. So that's the question you should ask. Yeah.
There it is, kids.
Yeah. Yeah. So along with Modern Warfare 2 Remake, is likely going to be an update to Warzone to have the Modern Warfare 2 stuff come in there. So that would just be added in there probably. I think that's just what it is. Maybe they'll do like a campaign mode for this one too. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, you know, hey, it's happening some way, one way or the other. All right, now for another shooter, Battle Royale. Funny enough, Newcastle has been announced for Apex Legends new character. Where's my reply to this? Because I thought that was pretty funny, but let me see. I'll go to my Twitter. Let me see. It should be pretty recent. Oh, there you go. So it was the voice actor for Newcastle. Here's my reply to the tweet or whatever. It looks like RoboCop, so I couldn't help but put a RoboCop gif in there. And then funny, Matt was like, "No way!" He's like fucking laughing. Some people had the same thought too. Although I find it odd that when I was making the tweet, I looked at the replies at the time, and only one other person put a RoboCop related post too. So like me and one other person is like the only people who have pointed that out. I think even now, let's just go down. But yeah, I'm not really seeing anything RoboCop related. Well, I see Siege. It's still the same pretty much from what it looks like. Yeah, it's like same kind of replies. Oh, Frozone. That's pretty funny. Have you seen the trailer for Newcastle?
I did, and I was kind of like not. It was really lackluster for me.
Right.
Like, here's Bangalore. There's nothing else for me. I need to find my brother. It's like, oh, I wonder who this motherfucker is right next to you. Your brother? Oh God, it's like we never seen this a mile away. Okay. And then him showing, I guess, his revive technique of putting up a shield and dragging you. I'm like, oh God.
Oh yeah. So that's pretty much what what's her face? Lifeline had, right? In the past. So
that's why I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like rolling my eyes into the back of my head. It's like, so this guy is pretty much Rampart and Lifeline slapped together. Jesus Christ.
Past Lifeline, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, Respawn, you really don't know. You really don't know how to make new characters. Like, you're just using like assets right now, and then
yeah. I mean, it's so funny. Like, it just reminds me of RoboCop so much. A little bit of Frozone too, yeah. But for me, it's like more RoboCop. Oh man!
As I was talking to my friend, like his ult, which I think is his ult, he slams.
He just slams down a bigger shield.
I'm like, and I see a big wall. I was like, you realize there's a legend named Maggie that can just make that thing useless, right?
Yeah.
Like I was like going like, oh God, Maggie players are gonna have a riot with this guy.
Yeah.
It's like look, they're back into a corner. We cannot break through. I got this.
Yeah, it's like they're just giving her prey, you know. Like,
I know. That's why I was like, it's like, I told my friends like, it's like they forgot that they made Maggie like a few months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking about that one. Like, if I don't know. I mean, let's say like they release Newcastle first and then Mad Maggie. Like, do you think it would have been a different like view or outcome of how people feel?
Probably. But again, like just going like, oh, and also I guess it didn't show like how much health those his old has, because it cannot be infinite. There has to be like a
yeah, obviously.
an HP cap on those things.
Yeah. I just hope they have some like RoboCop emotes for or like dialogue for Newcastle. I think that would be pretty fucking funny. You're alive. You're coming with me. Let me try to pop up the video. I forget which one it was, but like there was the thumbnail. Yeah, this one. It's so weird. It's such a weird thumbnail.
It's like, like those fish lens, like
Yeah.
you put like when you're at vacations, like my, it's like my this is my vacation here in Cali.
You have your selfie cam on accident, or you want to like, you're trying to like take the picture of like I don't know the ocean or something, but you took a picture of yourself by accident. That's what it kind of seems like to me.
And you just said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, you just said, "Ah, fuck it." Yeah, exactly. Or like those memes with the fish, like the fish face. You got the like the big lips or whatever. That's what someone put in the reply somewhere. That was fucking hilarious. Let me try to go down and see. Yeah, yeah, this one. This one. Yes. It's such a weird thumbnail. Like, why? I'll just put this on loop or whatever, like in the background. But like, he's pretty much really straightforward. Like, he's gonna put down walls and then put down a bigger wall. You can rotate the wall. That's pretty much like the only thing special. I like that Mirage kind of like got the short end of the stick again. He gets shot and he's just like, all right, I'm out of the picture.
I just wish that instead of his old, because it's we're going by the trailer. It's just in front. It should be like
a circle
around. Yeah.
Oh, so kind of like a Gibraltar bubble.
Yeah, like Gibby.
Yeah.
But it only goes like
it doesn't cover.
It doesn't cover the top, just like a 360.
I wonder if that shield will ever come to play. Nope. That the actual like physical shield, maybe.
Probably like it'll have.
Oh, because Gibby has a fucking gun shield. Yeah.
Or it could be like just there, but mechanic-wise, it's like how Gibby and Caustic, they have the what was the meme they call it, the Fat Man HP.
Yeah, because they take like 15% less damage or something like that when and plus like their movement isn't so reduced when they're getting shot or something like that. So maybe Newcastle will have the same thing too. Yeah, as like the big boys.
And I like that in lore.
What's up?
Loba and Valkyrie.
And Valkyrie.
Our thing. I was like, oh, thank God. Wait, why are you saving Pathfinder? I am down, friends. I am bleeding.
Yeah.
But this made me go like, oh dear.
Yep.
Pour like 6 bottles of wine for every lifeline main ever. Which is dumb, because I heard on the mobile game, Lifeline has her revive shield on the mobile game.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm like,
why?
and so weird. Also, the mobile game is not cross-platform, right? We only cross-platform between PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, right?
Yeah, mobile is just their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna be playing mobile players, dude. That's no. We would have a field day with mobile players, like for the most part.
Thank you. I need to find my brother. You look familiar. Motherfucker.
Yeah. Yep. So
that.
Yeah.
And where it ended, it looked like Like she wasn't even like. I mean, the brother didn't even look like, oh hey sis. It was just like, like right there, like before the shot cuts to black, she should have just like fought, just punched him across the face
or slap him. Yeah.
Yeah. I did it, guys. Look, I did it. I did.
Like Crypto's just like, yeah, fuck you.
Crypto's like, get away from me.
Get away from me. I don't know you. Even though they're like, I think they're like friends.
We've been on a team once, and that was it.
Extra little like notes or whatever in the video, like in the beginning. Isn't it weird, like that Revenant is in the same fucking room with Loba and Valkyrie, like, yeah. And he's just like at a bar, just popping a balloon, shit. Like,
and I couldn't tell. I don't see Bloodhound unless he's like really hiding.
I don't.
Like,
yeah,
or they are hiding.
Probably hiding.
Like how. Yeah, Revenant is like there, and then once he sees Loba coming, he's like, "This bitch."
Ooh, yeah.
This bitch.
Mm-hmm. What was that shot with? Oh yeah, see, yep, see, they're definitely a thing. Valkyrie and Loba. Funny, I recently got Loba. I used her and I won. I won a game.
Yeah, it would be so funny. Like instead of Loba walking towards the bar, she throws her ring.
Yeah, I know. Just whoop. It's like, oh, you're right there.
She's like that. Super lace is like.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's actually pretty funny. So were Bangalore and Loba a thing, or are these just like friends?
I think they were just friends.
Oh, okay. Like mate.
Loba looks like she's like that concerned friend, like going like, "Bruh, you're drinking too much. Stop. You're scaring my girlfriend."
And maybe like what it sounds like, maybe Loba had something like had feelings for Bangalore, but Bangalore didn't quite have the same like to towards her. Even though they're good friends, it seems like, I don't know. It's complicated. That's such a weird screenshot to use for the thumbnail. Like, why is it this part? But anyway, that's pretty much all we got. Oh yeah, there's Fuse was like in the background. Like I don't think we even got to see him dancing or whatever. I think even Gibby was like in the shot somewhere.
It's just also funny that out of everyone in the roster, Fuse is the oldest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And get the fuck off me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I mean, technically Pathfinder is kind of the oldest, but if you're but just from like humans in general, yeah, Fuse is the oldest. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, we got a new character coming. So I think the battle pass right now should be over within the week or something like that. Or no, it should be done next week or something like that. Yeah. I got everything from the battle pass, so I'm done with that one. I'm just trying to like complete the Unshackled event to get the one Unshackled loot box, see what I get. But yeah, I mean, Newcastle. I felt like he should have come before Mad Maggie, because yeah, that would have made him a little more useful, and then Mad Maggie can like come in as like the counter and shit like that, to like stir the pot sort of thing. But like if it's like the other way around, it's like, oh, it kind of makes him a little useless. Unless his shield can shoot out kind of like Watson's ult, like shoot out like all the throwables maybe. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, Mad Maggie mains are gonna have a field day with Newcastle.
Mad Maggie players. Shield. You think you're safe here?
Mm-hmm.
So you think this gives you safety? Let me show you.
Oh yeah, this also hints. This part also, I guess, hints another like mob thing. So if you like try to pick a weapon from like the vault or something, looks like these robots come down and shit like that. Maybe that could be a hint because we already have mods or mobs, excuse me, um, with the prowlers. So it looks like this is gonna be another like thing for this part of the map, or just it could just be there for just cinematic reasons. Stabby stab. So
Imagine that the two interaction of how Newcastle is holding down one guy and then Bangalore finished him off. Imagine that's like a hint to like a future like finisher, team
oh,
finisher.
like a team finisher. That could be a that could be something different. Yeah. I can well, if there is gonna be a team finisher, I can definitely imagine one with Fuse and Mad Maggie for sure. Like they're like maybe they're like fighting, and then like the opponent like somehow for some reason gets in the middle, and they just like both punch the same face or some shit. It'd be kind of funny.
Or they just reenact like they're trying to one up each other, like in Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
Peacemaker and
Yeah, like
just
Peacemaker and
they're
Blood.
just stabbing, like the guys in the middle, and they're just stabbing and just looking at each other, like, come on,
Yeah.
come on, come on,
Yeah.
come on. You get tired, it's like
That'd be
he's
fucking
dead,
funny. Yeah.
he's dead. Please stop.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Team finishers, I'm all for it. And then, I mean, I can definitely see Fuse and Bloodhound because since they're pretty good friends. Crypto and Mirage, that'd be kind of funny. There's probably gonna be one with Horizon and Ash. That'd be kind of funny. And then Loba and Valkyrie, blah blah blah. You know, if team finishers are a thing. But yeah, yep. New character, all that stuff. Probably gonna get new costumes, whatever. New battle pass as always. So, hopefully, not holding my breath on it, but hopefully the content within the battle pass would be better. But yeah, we'll have to see about that one. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it on that part. Let's get to the rest of it. So, relatively big one within the anime, movies, and etc. news. The Super Mario Brothers film from Illumination, Illumination. I think it was supposed to be slated for this year, but I think they moved it to, but they pretty much moved it to next year of spring, 2023. But this tweet itself, like people were like, "Wait, what? Is this a fake?" Right? Because um, straight from Nintendo of America, they're like, or the tweet reads, "This is Miyamoto. After consulting with Chris Son, my partner at Illumination on the Super Mario Brothers film, we decided to move the global release spring 2023, April 28 in Japan, and April 7th in North America. My deepest apologies, but I promise it will be well worth the wait." This was right at 6 p.m. on the 25th. But yeah. Any comments on this one?
I don't know. Like, well, because it's kind of like gonna go down to the same stuff like me saying about like
Delayed like games.
Yeah, it's like just make it good.
Well, what about the tweet itself? Like, I thought
The
this was
tweet itself
Mhm.
was kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? not shielding, but kind of like
damage control.
Like it sounds unnatural.
Yeah. That's why people were thought.
Yeah.
They thought it was a fake tweet.
At first, I thought it was like they just needed like something to throw in, like to catch the eye, and it's like they could have just said after talking with Illuminations, like there's so many stuff in there they could have just like take out, or just made it in one sentence saying it's been pushed back because something happened, like didn't have to go like this is Miyamoto da 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 da. It's like hello, it could have been just like, hi everyone, here's just a little update about the movie. It's just gonna be pushed back to next year.
Yeah, I think yeah, like I think what they need to do also is put the thing in quotation marks, because this is supposed to be a translation of what Miyamoto tweeted out on his account because it's in Japanese. So I think that was also a weird thing that they didn't do, like just one more thing on top of the other. That's why a lot of people were like, wait, is this a fake tweet or something like that? Because it's just, yeah, like unnatural, like it's just weird. But yeah, anyway, it's just I don't know, kind of out of nowhere. Oh, well, I get to find out it's on the 29th, which is tomorrow. I believe, right? Yeah, so it's on a Friday. So cool. You have it by the time this. I should well have it by the time this episode rolls out. But anyway, unrelated. Yeah, it was just like a weird. The distribution of the tweet was just kind of weird, just because of the way it came out, I guess. This is Miyamoto, that sort of thing. Why couldn't it just be the quote and then the dash and then Shigeru Miyamoto or something like that? Instead of this is Miyamoto and then blah 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 blah, that sort of thing. But hey, I mean, it's delayed one way or the other. Japan's date isn't too far off from the U.S. date. That's good, because there are a lot of movies where when it comes to like international release, it gets pushed back because they have to like dub the thing and stuff like that, translate it, dub it. But other than that, my feelings about the movie itself, whatever, it's kind of like what you're kind of heading towards, like, all right. I mean, hopefully it comes out good. But the tweet itself is more of the news than anything else, really. I think that's like the big thing from it. I just want to put up this image real quick. This is also on Illumination side of things. Pretty much saying similar things. They've consulted and they were like, oh yeah, came to an agreement that they wanted to delay the film to make it good or whatever, and make it incredible, as Chris said. Some people said, some people misread Chris San as Chris Chan, and I don't know if anyone knows Chris Chan, but that's a very deep rabbit hole. That's quite dark. Let's just put it that way. But it's Chris San, so yeah. Anyway, all right, more on streaming side of things. This is HBO Max stats here, involving with the first week of movies that come out on HBO Max, and the one on top is still Mortal Kombat, the movie that came out not a while back, with 4.3 million during the first week of its debut. The Batman is not too far off. It's just 4.1 million, which I have yet to watch, unfortunately, but I will get to that hopefully soon. Suicide Squad 3.5, Wonder Woman 84 3.2, Matrix Resurrections also 3.2, Dune is 2.3 million, and lastly, I think that's Zack Snyder's Justice League, the 4-hour edition, 2.2 million. Yep. So it's
some of these movies were kind of a disappointment.
Mm-hmm. For me, out of these movies, I think 84 was like probably the quote unquote worst. Me anyway. Mm-hmm. And it may be Matrix after, but
yeah. The Suicide Squad was a breath of fresh air after the
for sure.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched the Batman yet.
Yeah, same. Yeah, of course.
Mortal Kombat was cheeky.
But yeah, no, I think cheeky is a very good word to describe it.
Dune, a lot of people didn't like it, but it's just because it's not fast paced like everyone else is used to. I do like movies like that. They take their time to build
the world and story and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it because of the runtime, but the way it was broken up between chapters, you kind of like phase out. Like, how long have I been sitting on this couch, or how long have I been in bed?
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes like I think some people like when they see like the runtime, they get like they take it too literal, and their mind just wanders. I'm like, remember, Endgame was long, and we were all going like, when's our bathroom break? Blah blah blah. Then once the movie ended, it's like,
wow,
that's it.
Yeah, like wow, that was 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it didn't feel like that. It's like, yeah, because you were so immersed.
Mm-hmm.
Your other like senses kind of like died out.
Mm-hmm. You tend to forget, yeah, because I mean that's what a good movie does. It makes you forget the time.
Yeah, except for my friend, like she had to take her a particular medicine, on the hour of, on the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, she didn't do it. So I was like,
oh, wow.
Are you gonna be okay?
Mm.
You missed that what? You missed, your medicine time window. And she's like, I think I'm gonna call out work just in case. I'm like, okay.
Well, anywho, that was kind of interesting to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But of all things, right? Like Mortal Kombat, like wow, to be on top. You think it'd be something else, but no, it's Mortal Kombat. It's not even like by any means like the best movie of all these movies on here, but it's here on top somehow. Maybe it's because Mortal Kombat was a simultaneous release, right? And then all these other movies, I forget they're either simultaneous or they came after, and maybe that's a big factor to it too. But Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think that was only for streaming. I don't think it was in theaters, was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think this was. I don't remember, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, it is 4 hours, granted, but like still, like I forget if it was simultaneous or whatever, or just only streaming. Dune, I know it's that was simultaneous for sure. Resurrections, I know that was simultaneous. I think Wonder Woman was also simultaneous because that was during like actual like prime time pandemic times. So yeah. Suicide Squad, I think. Yeah, no, that was simultaneous as well. Now that I think about it. So yeah, that's kind of interesting actually. The Batman, even with the not simultaneous, still came in second. That's actually kind of damning to say. Yeah, goes to show of how many people really liked the Batman. The Batman, yeah. Yeah, something to think about, I guess. Speaking of the Batman, it's already getting a sequel. With how much it succeeded so far with Robert Pattinson returning. So a big W for the Batman fans for sure, and fans of this particular series. Again, I have not seen it as along with Zawa, but hopefully we'll get out onto it and see what the hoopla is all about. So, but hey, I mean, if it's getting a sequel already, I mean, I can imagine how really good it is. So I look forward to it when I get the time. Right. So lastly, this is I think this is just a meme. Sort of relating to last week where we were talking about Thor Love and Thunder. Which involved with this screenshot right here, with Thor kind of like just like sticking his head into the scene where, Peter Quill is just like, yeah, so, protect the ones you love or whatever, and then Thor was just kind of like away at the shot. But there's a meme that says, so game devs, we'll be launching blank game on Xbox, PS5, and PC, and then Thor coming in saying, and Switch? That's pretty funny. Thor being the Switch. Can you imagine? Or someone, or just like a fan of who owns a Switch. Kind of funny. But other than that, do you have anything else to kind of quickly chime in before we take off for this episode?
I guess for like using this meme right now, I'm kind of one of those players or gamers.
Mm-hmm.
Not every game should be on the Switch.
Right, yeah.
But I would say Nintendo needs to work on their game library. Because they have a lot of games in their game library that we players would love to play again.
Mm-hmm.
And if they gain all up in arms of us playing ROMs and stuff on our PC, then it's like, re-release them. No need to upgrade, make them look all pretty, just re-release them.
Mm-hmm.
And to which there are some games I wish would be re-released, but again, it'll come at a price or prices because of licensing issues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Project Cross Zone is one of them, which will, I believe, never be re-released again because of all the hoops and ladders that Nintendo's gonna have to like make deals with Bandai Namco, Sega, and such. But it would be like a nice like, oh thank God, you're alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to see if anything else popped up on Twitter, because we've had stuff where like we end the episode and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this big thing happened. So trying to just see if anything else popped up. But looks like nothing too big has popped up right away. Oh, there was a trailer for another trailer for Jurassic World Dominion.
I'm gonna watch that movie just because the original 3 is there.
Mm-hmm. Funny, I watched the original Jurassic Park not too long ago on HBO Max, because I think the original trilogy is on HBO Max, so I'll probably rewatch Lost World next. But yeah, man, it's a great film. Like the effects still hold up, even the CGI isn't that bad, all things considered. Yeah. Like for a movie that old and like the CGI holding up like that, like damn, that's like actually really like that's an achievement, especially with and of course the practical stuff, man. Oh my god, really holds up too, all things considered. T-Rex and everything, Velociraptors. Makes me miss those movies all the more. I was trying to see anything else.
I'm just laughing in my head because I was in a video phone call with my boyfriend because he was asking like how much I spent for my convention. I was like, as I told you, my wallet's still in the ER. It's still fighting
Recovering.
for its life.
Yeah.
Then again, video call. He's like, your room is so small. And I was like, hey, why do you have a lot of weep stuff? And I'm like, because I love these shit. You stupid baka. And he's like, did you just talk to me in weeb? I was like, yes. And I don't know how it became, but I was just trying to tell him, how my room is the smallest out of the whole house, and I was saying it in Japanese. It was, well, very bad Japanese. I was like, "Rumu smaru desu."
Oh my god.
It's like, can you actually speak in proper Japanese? Heya wa chisai desu. Wakarimasu ka? He's like, who taught you that word? Our Japanese class that we took 3 years, you ass. I retain some stuff. The only thing you retain is how to read your beautiful manga to understand what they're saying on page 4 and 5. He's like, I don't need to read to understand what the pictures are saying. Like,
yeah.
See, kids, it's good to learn Japanese. You get to insult people.
Yeah.
And also get to read your favorite manga without telling people what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry, this is America. I'm pronouncing manga wrong. Your mangas. Oh my god, that kind of killed me.
Let's see.
Which again, I kind of find it weird but funny when there's the YouTube channels, like they talk about like their favorite anime and stuff, but they mispronounce the words or names like horribly, and it's like, I hope this is for comedic effect and you're not actually being serious that you're pronouncing like Sakura's name. Sakura is like, oh god.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but some YouTubers mispronounce words on purpose, so that way it generates comments down below. It generates engagement, and that's one way to get views, is to purposely mispronounce words, because it gets to them.
But if they look like generally like wow, you really don't know.
No, I mean it works either way. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you do it on purpose, it still works. So.
That's why I'm waiting for like someone to mispronounce Luffy's name. Like,
oh, I mean, you don't
please mispronounce it. I want to hear it.
What? I mean, like Luffy, yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's why I was like, please, his name is Luffy. It's like, oh dear.
If they do that in the Netflix series, I think that's fucking funny. Like it's
like an Easter egg. It's like, it's Luffy. It's pronounced Luffy. You ass. It's like, ah.
No, I mean, like, yeah, that's like part. That's like actually part of the scene. Like, it's not even like they're not even making fun of it or anything like that. It's like that's how they would generally say it, like, even though it's kind of wrongish. But
see, now that's worrying me. Like, are they gonna pronounce Zoro's name for kids version or his actual pronunciation?
Yeah, like Zoro or Zolo. I don't know.
Which again, when it first came to America, everyone was calling Zoro Zolo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like you're biting your tongue, going like, you're gonna learn. You are going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And what about? And also, sorry, kids. While he's still looking for something on
Yeah.
Twitter,
Yeah.
now I'm just thinking about if the Netflix series of One Piece is doing well, how much influence is for kids entertainment gonna have hold? Like, for example, if they show Smoker, is he
Oh,
gonna have his cigars, or is they just gonna be missing and he's just vaping? Like,
I don't. No, I don't. I don't think they'll remove the cigars. I don't think they'll go that far.
Or Sanji, is he gonna be smoking a lollipop?
Or yeah, sucking on a lollipop. Yeah. I don't think they'll go that far.
Which
Dude.
that was like the most stupidest thing the stupidest
If they make a
edit
joke
I
about
ever
it,
seen.
if they make a joke about it, it'd be pretty funny. Like, like Sanji would be like looking at between like a lollipop and a cigarette or something. That'd be pretty fucking funny.
Or yeah, like a joke. Like in the middle of a fight, he loses his cigarette,
Mm-hmm. Or
and
no,
he
not even
picks
a,
it,
yeah.
and he picks it up, and he picks up something that looks, and it's the lollipop, and he just tosses
Yeah,
it,
just like yeah.
and he's like, "I found it."
Yeah. That'd be kind of funny. I'll give him credit for that one, but that's if they do that. But like if it's like
Or again, like writing on the joke is like someone's like, "Smoking's bad for you." Like they take the cigarette out of Sanji's mouth and just hands him a lollipop. It's like here.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. A lot of anticipation is riding on this
For sure, yeah.
on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Let's roll the dice.
Yeah.
Let's just hope there's not any force joke slash shock.
Yeah, shock value
Stuff
sort of.
like you know, Cowboy Bebop and the one scene with Jack, the lady.
Oh my god.
Oh
That
boy.
scene, man. Don't remind me.
Again, oh boy.
Yeah, the blackmail scene. Yeah.
Because you're black and you're male. I'm like,
Yeah, seriously, like how did that pass? Like what the
it's like who wrote this? Like
seriously.
please.
Seriously. Huh.
Like I legit like paused and I did this. It's like
I first saw that on Twitter, I'm like, God damn it. Like this is what I'm gonna put myself through. Oh man. Like I know like there's a whole thing with like, oh, but Oda is gonna be involved with it, but that's the same shit they say for like every fucking live action shit. With some exceptions, of course, but they say the same thing for Last Airbender. Look what happened to that movie. You know, they're like, oh, dude, we're gonna have the two creators of Avatar, right? It was like Brian Kocinski and whatever.
yeah.
One other person.
But they dipped super hard
Yeah.
when they knew that it was gonna be like bad. Like they dipped. Because I guess they called it what, creative differences?
Differences. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's usually what happens, man. Usually what happens. That's why they turn out to be disasters. Because Hollywood wants to do this, but the creators are like, no.
It's like, yeah, Hollywood is pretty much like, according to the chart and our what are they called?
Like demographics and shit like that. Or
demographics, and then our test screening.
oh yeah.
We need more of this. It's like, you know, your test screeners does not speak for the 4 billion people in this fucking earth. It's like just saying.
Yeah, that's just usually how it goes. But I mean, you never know, right? I guess. But again, I'm not holding my breath on it. big yikes.
Yep.
Yep. Did they say when it's gonna come out for One Piece Netflix? Let me look that up and we'll wrap it up. But One Piece Netflix. Let's see. I don't think there's a hard release date. Casting. No, they just still in development. But they included that they included Arlong. So I guess they're gonna go as far as the Arlong arc or whatever. The Fishman arc or whatever. Or I mean I just say Arlong arc. That whole thing. But did they also say how many episodes is it gonna be? I don't think they did. But I hope it's not like 10 or anything. They definitely need to tell it more than 10, that's for sure.
Yep.
But hopefully the makeup department will do their part for Arlong. Maybe it'll be CGI, I don't know. Maybe that for that part. But for now, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else popping up on Twitter from what it looks like. So, we're good for the most part. And yeah, that is episode 185. Thank you very much for tuning in on this episode of the Hypecast. Hopefully we'll be back to talk about some other stuff. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And follow us on Twitter. And yeah, so again, thank you very much. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
He was like, I felt something furry under.
Oh yeah, the cat.